We, as women, we love an older man.
Oh, absolutely.
We love men in general. Here at Dating in Reverse. Welcome in, heathens. This is Dating in Reverse, where we acknowledge the weird and wild cesspool dating culture has become, but we're still diving in headfirst. I'm Kate Heather.
And I'm Heather Nicole.
We're always sharing outrageous date stories, playing a few classic games, so grab your tipple, moisturize your lips, take a hit, and come join us. We're back.
We are, and we're alive.
We're alive.
Apparently. If any of y'all went through that gosh, bless you.
Terrible.
I feel you, because that was, oof. And you got it back to back. You got it, got 3 weeks, and then 3 weeks later got it again?
Yeah.
I kept saying, you're a good person. You don't deserve this.
And I'm like, well, I lost weight, but it wasn't the healthy way.
Right, because it's back to back. Yep.
And like my desire for food is less too. Like
Yes.
I just I'm like, ugh, I don't want to eat.
I've gone back to like my things that I really, really love, but other than that, like I don't.
Yeah.
It'll come back, but
Yeah.
I'll never eat kale again.
And we both had kale
So
the day it hit. I don't blame kale, but I'm starting to wonder.
Right.
Like,
Wait a damn minute. Everything else has been recalled.
right.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm saying. Something happened.
Oh.
Something happened with the kale. We're gonna hear about it. Because I had a kale smoothie the day it hit me. And you had a kale salad.
I did.
The day
I
it hit you.
Perfect copycat dupe for the Chick-fil-A one. I'm so mad because, I was like, oh, I'm going to have like a healthy hyperfixation meal. No, I'm right back to pasta.
Yeah, and it looked good.
It was good. It was good. I mean, I can still give you a recipe if you want it.
So
It did taste just like the one at Chick-fil-A. The one at Chick-fil-A is
pausing on
really
kale
good.
for a
Right?
little bit too.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're back. Thank you for sticking
Yeah.
around. We wanted to release an episode, but it just didn't happen that way.
Life barely happened. So
Yeah. And there's an episode that premieres before this that we filmed the week we got sick. So now you're seeing us back from being sick.
Yeah.
But today we're going to talk about the older gentlemen, the older men. Because
The Silver Foxes.
yes, like
The second story of mine was Silver Fox.
we as women, we love an older man.
Oh, absolutely.
We love men in general here at Dating in Reverse because we've dated guys who are younger than us as well. But there's something about that, like
I do love older.
older gentleman, silver fox, like I'm getting ahead of myself.
They say men get better looking as they age, so not all of you, not you problematic ones, but
You listen to what Heather said.
that's what it is.
Listen to what Heather said.
Yeah, you could definitely tell the kind of person a man is, especially from the way that he ages. So
Exactly.
maybe that's what it is.
That it is. Yes. So if we see a fine silver fox, we're like, oh, he must be a good person.
Right. You did something right
You
to
did
be able to
something.
still bless within looks.
That part. We're gonna play Hump Slash as always, and a quick round of the nice naughty date lens.
Yes, that's it.
And so, you want to kick it off?
I will kick it off.
All right, awesome.
I guess I'll kick it off with my more scandalous, frowned upon one because I was younger. This is a very much do as I say, not as I do kind of thing for years. Because I was 19 years old.
We need that on a shirt for you.
Absolutely. Because I was 19 and he was math. He was 15 years older than me. 34?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I only know that because I would joke, when you were graduating high school, I was graduating kindergarten.
Oh my god. See, putting it in perspective like that for men, like, does that affect you? Because it affects me. If I think about a guy that I'm dating that's that young, it would freak me out. Does that affect men? Like,
Oddly enough, I don't have any ill will towards him. We're still friends on Facebook, so I still see what his life is. He still looks good, so, we work together. But two different departments. I'm talking accounting and IT. Like, our paths never crossed anything like that, like him being a boss or like anything like that.
Right. Okay.
The only reason I went into this and was like okay enough with it was because I'm not gonna lie, unfortunately, I'm the biggest lover girl club. And every guy I date, I'm like, we're gonna get married and don't tell anyone. But in that situation, right. In that situation, I was like, no, like I wouldn't ever want to date this guy because no offense if you see this. I was like, he was just as much as a secret for my life as I'm assuming I was for him. Although I met a lot of his friends, but I would never want to date someone like that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Katie, who's also 20 years old, here's my 34-year-old boyfriend. Like, so I was like, this is fun and experience. That's quite literally all it was. So, and the fact that we worked together just kind of made it more scandalous. So, right. But it wasn't in any kind of, it would help my job or anything like that. Right. Because like I said, literally IT and accounting. Right, exactly. But it all started because it was a smaller trucking company. Mm-hmm. And I had sent out an email essentially to everyone looking for a folder. And he wrote back something about, no one has your fucking folder or something like that. And I was like, oh. But I knew he was just playing around. It was like that, but then a million little faces. And I don't even think he might not even say fucking, but he was like, no one had your folder. And I was like, oh, like, he's fucking with me. I know, I mean like that too. So, okay. So I guess it just kept going and going and going. And then before I know it, we exchanged numbers. The weekend was coming up and we made plans to hang out. He was in the middle of divorce. So he moved out of the house and he was staying with his friend. So I went to his friend's house. And I think his friend had a chick there too. And I guess she knew how old I was before I even showed up. Because once I showed up, she was like mean to me. And kept saying, let's go to the bar. Oh, we can. I'm like, okay, go to the bar. Bye. Why don't you two go to the bar then? That's fine. But so since I very much stood my ground, like, no, it'd be more fun here. And they never went to the bar, obviously. So, so I'm like, oh, this is probably also a 30-year-old woman.
Hating.
Right. But it didn't last too long. The funniest part about this, like I said, he was going through a divorce. And I was just walking around. I had to go upstairs to the secretary to get our mail. All the mail was scattered out. So I was like, whenever got the one for accounting, and I seen the little piles, and I seen the top one had Tommy's name on it. And from a lawyer's office, I was like, oh, I bet you this is something from the divorce. So I was like, oh, I'm going to grab IT's mail, and I'm going to take it back to them.
He was getting his personal mail at the job?
Yeah, I guess, because, he technically was an investor or something like that. It's very, it wasn't like a he and her didn't want, I don't know what happened with them, but they very much were over each other. Like, they were ready to just move on. They cut it real quick. Like, it was the quickest divorce I've ever seen. And, I'm checking those things. So I've seen that it actually really was. But I was like, oh, this is something to do with divorce. I want to take this down to him. So I was like, I'm grabbing IT's mail as well. So I walked down there and I'm like, Mr. Wiggles, I got something for you. I didn't know exactly what it was.
Mr. Wiggle! Right. I'm like, I'll put a wiggle up there. Okay, continue.
So it's like, Mr. Wiggles, I got something for you. Because I was like, how funny is this? To serve him some sort of...
You being that person to serve.
And I think that it was like the official, served papers. Well, yeah, that's cool. That's fun. I would come and see him after I moved and left that job, and then after I left, because we kept it secret, like anyway, the company if you want anyone to know, I mean, I wouldn't really care. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it looked worse on him than it would for me.
Exactly.
So, after I left, I guess everyone found out. I don't really care. But when I would stop by and come into town, like, I would come in and I would say hi to them.
So, after you left, people knew.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did they make it dramatic or?
A little bit, not really. I think a lot of the women didn't know. The men more knew. The women didn't find out till like way later. I was like in my late 20s when someone found out. And they were like, oh my God, was it like a green kind of thing? And I was like, no, not at all. No. I was like, it was just fun. He had a friend, his friend was hotter. But
It's the worst.
yeah.
Been in that.
Yeah.
Yep. Mr. Wiggles.
Mr. Wiggles.
I love
but it was fun. I wouldn't suggest it for anyone, but it's not like he, was like, oh, we're going to be together. And it's not like I was like, oh, I want us to be together. It was.
I mean, he was going through a divorce.
Right, exactly.
So
Exactly.
either way.
But still, I mean, gosh, you could probably trip me up in that right now. This is very first. I'm more now, like, if I am talking to someone, like, I do want it to work out. So I would never even entertain someone that I wouldn't want to date.
Yeah.
But at 19, I was like,
this
this is experience.
Yeah, exactly.
And as an older
Yes.
man, I'm going to learn some things.
That's
and then I'm
right.
going to take them on the road with me.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
I actually did hang out with him one time after I could drink. I don't remember much about that, but I do remember. I just remember meeting him down at that bar, and then I remember going to his friend's house, and they're older, but I'm a little bit older at the point. I was like 22, 23, and I remember the wife of the dude being like, "You guys, like, I see something between you guys," and we were like, "No,
Really?
not at all, not at all."
It just never.
No, he's very much not my type. He wasn't brown hair, dark eyes. He had like blonde hair, blue eyes. And again,
I really stick to your type,
Right.
don't you?
And he just, I'll be honest, that was just kind of weird. Like, you're so much older. I would have never
Yeah.
be able to take someone like you seriously.
Yeah. I feel that. Growing up, my friends would be dating guys that are much older, and it just never. It's
Mhm.
not the flex that they thought
No.
it was to me. Like, it just felt predatory.
Yes.
It's just like, why can't they date someone closer to their age? That is a thing, because I'm not putting this all on men, but older people dating younger people, it's
Oh yeah, because even if that would have been a 34-year-old woman, and like that's still, it's all weird.
Yeah.
Like, the situation was weird. I know this somehow the clear-headedness. I was into this. You know what I mean?
right.
Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about it.
Yeah.
I knew there wouldn't be anything, but that's very rare.
Yeah.
Normally, it is some kind of predatory grooming kind of
Exactly.
situation.
And that's the first thing I think of, because I'm being judgmental. Like,
Right.
oh, this guy must have groomed me.
Right, exactly.
But growing up, for me, that just was a no-go. Like, I was not dating people. I think 3 years was like my max.
Yeah.
Anything older than that, I was like, all right, you're pushing it. Go find someone your age.
No, after that, I didn't do it again until I was 33, and he was older. But
Yeah.
it is a very weird situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even in high school, if you were a freshman and you're dating a senior, it's like, oh, wow, you're
Yeah.
cool. But, like, why is the senior wanting a 14-year-old girl?
Yeah, well, not just that. Me and my girlfriend were talking about it when we were on the walk, because she would date older guys, and I remember the girls would be like so mean to her. The things they would do to her, like these seniors versus this freshman, all because your ex is now dating a freshman.
Yeah.
Like, oh my, it was horrible. And I'm like, he still don't want nothing to do with you,
Yeah.
and you just look crazy picking on this little tiny twig little girl.
Yeah. I dated a senior when I was a freshman for a couple months. But you could tell that our mindset frames were too different. I was still like, I want to have fun with my friends. It's high school. And he's like, oh, I'm about to go to college. And he's thinking about serious relationships. And I'm like, bro, I'm 14.
Right.
Like,
I just got here. You're
Right,
leaving.
yeah. the experience you just had, I'm
Gotta
trying
get
to
through all
have.
that, right?
Yeah. Hump with Slash. Okay. My silver fox, not really silver fox, but older gentleman, Hump with Slash. The classic George Clooney.
Okay.
Denzel Washington. and Jeff Goldblum.
This is easy. I'm going to Hump Denzel.
Okay.
Why
are we humping Denzel?
Because I think that he's the best looking of the three.
Okay.
But I love Jeff. I'm going to marry Jeff.
Okay.
Well, he's on Drag Race a lot, oddly enough. He's a perfect guest host. I love him. Love him. And then who was the other one?
George Clooney.
Isn't he a cheater? I'm pretty sure he's a cheater.
Is he a cheater?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Who was he married to?
Amal Clooney. They've been together for a long time. He wasn't a cheater, but he took a long time to even settle down. He was like the playboy.
Well, I never really cared for him, so he can
slash.
Sorry, slashing. Cheat or not, he's just him and Brad Pitt, they just don't ever down.
Yeah, the energy for me is off with Clooney. I'm inclined to 100% agree. Oh my gosh. Denzel, we're gonna hump. Because he had swag about him. And it was weird because my mom was like a huge, oh my God, Denzel. And it was like, no, I don't want to find the same guy attractive that my mom finds it. Like, it was just weird. So I never gave her props for that. Sorry, Mama, I love you, but I see it now. Jeff, I love him.
He's so funny.
I love him. I love him so much. And he's like in his 70s and still looks that funny.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay.
Talk about unproblematic.
Yes. Yep.
And then slashing George, only because, like I said, the energy with him is just, it's off. He was really hot in the ER days, but it's just, I'm okay.
Something about him.
Yeah.
Him and Brad, for some reason, they just...
Yeah, and I think they're like besties too.
Oh, are they? That makes sense.
Makes sense. Brad is not aging well because problematic.
Absolutely. I knew that from back when he left Jen for Angelina because they like hooked up. I mean, I personally don't give a shit what your profession is. My husband is not acting like he Mrs. and Mr. Smith. Absolutely not. That is a role that you were turning down, sir, or not. Because they were just like, like all over each other, and I'm like, oh, it very quickly got out that they were banging, and poor Jen's left at home, and then they immediately got married and like immediately had a kid or something like that.
And
I know something
very
toxic.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Jen kept quiet and a lot of
She's
details.
So classy.
Yeah,
so classy.
I know a lot of the details we don't know and we'll never know.
Yeah, and she's still even like cordial with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like
she did.
Girl.
She stayed throughout the.
He made a fool out of you to the whole world. Tabloids. Everybody was talking about this shit, and she's still classy enough to keep it cordial.
She did, even when you see pictures. Even not too long ago, I seen a picture of them passing by in awards or something like that.
And she's still just sweet and
good for her.
Yes, I love it. I want to embody the
right.
Jennifer Aniston. You know those memes that's like no revenge because you're gonna get what comes to you anyway. I don't need to do anything.
Right.
That's how Jen is. I don't need to do something back to you because you're gonna get what you deserve.
I still do.
I want to, but I don't because I'm like whatever.
I won't because I fear even like more severe retaliation. So I'm like, you gotta learn where to draw the line.
Yeah.
How much are you willing to expose? Because they're gonna come right back.
Yeah, that's true. Especially with someone that you were in a relationship with, too, because they know your secrets.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They know shit about you that other people don't know. So yeah, they have the ammunition to really.
Yeah. So I keep my mouth shut.
Exactly. Go ahead, Boo.
Well, my silver foxes, we love us a boy band here.
Yes!
So we're going to go all the way back to New Kids on the Block.
Oh, God, yes. I'm ready. I'm ready.
And we're going to go with my top 3 favorite.
You better pick the 3 I'm thinking of. Let's go.
I'm going to go with Donnie Wahlberg, Joey McIntyre, and Jordan.
Yes! Yes! The 3! Yes! Okay, I'm so excited for that. Holy shit. This is hard.
I know.
Okay.
I only know who I wed.
Okay. I'm going to hump Jordan Knight.
Okay.
I love that man. And that song that
Give
he
it to
did.
you?
Yes!
It just came on yesterday. That's what made me think of it.
Oh, yes. And that song.
That's a really good song.
That's
we
a good
had
song.
no business.
And we had no damn business singing that song.
It is a really good song, though.
Give it to me, Jordan.
Yes.
Um,
And a carnival, sir.
I am going to wed Donnie.
Mhm.
I love Donnie Wahlberg. I saw New Kids with Backstreet Boys together in 2012. Donnie
Mm-hmm.
looked amazing.
Mhm.
His body was on point. Like, it was like,
He wasn't the one back then,
No.
but he is the one
Yes.
now. Yeah.
Donnie, I'm going to marry him because him and his wife in real life are so fucking cute together. Like, he loves that woman down.
Isn't he on one of those CSIs? Or...
No, he's on Blue Bloods.
Which is like a CSI kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it's
One
like
of
a cop show,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
But he loves his
Mhm.
wife. I see life would be with him would be so much fun. I love Joey McIntyre. Okay, that's my boo.
What of the three?
But of the three, I gotta slash him. Joey, I love you. I have his solo CD too. Like growing up, I loved him.
Yeah, Joey got so much my love growing up.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I never thought I would get so excited over New Kids on the Block. Hump went slash, but that was amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna kind of agree. I would definitely help Donnie, without a doubt. I'm gonna marry Jordan because that song and just. I'm not even gonna giggle him to see what he looks like nowadays because you ain't breaking my heart. But he,
I think he's still hot.
as he got older, even in the "Give It to You" music video, he's older. He looks good. So that's what I think of. Oh my god, look at my face. And unfortunately, I'm gonna slash Joey. And that's because he got so much of my love growing up because we were younger for them
Yeah.
and he was the baby.
He was-
so
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, but Jordan, because Jordan has those features too, the
Mhm.
dark hair, dark eyes.
Speaking of
So it was just like, woo. Growing up, it was definitely Jordan and Joey. And then as an adult, Donnie came in. I was like, yeah, Donnie looking good.
Yeah.
Donnie looking real good.
he definitely wasn't the best looking of the Wahlbergs back then, but I
Right.
definitely think
Yeah.
probably because he's the least problematic.
Problematic. He is the least problematic.
You know what?
He
Yep.
is.
Mark's low-key a turd.
Mark
Alec?
is starting to high key be a
That's
turd.
great. I love Alec Baldwin because of Biodome, and that's literally my favorite movie in the whole entire world.
Really?
Yes. And when he accidentally shot that woman, like, my heart breaks so bad. Did we not learn anything from Brandon Lee having to die? Like, everything's so, we do not need we do not need real bullets or anything like that.
Yeah.
So when he had to go on trial, I was like, oh. And people were so mean to him, like, he deserves to go to jail. Or you were out of your mind. Like, I don't even know anything about his set
Yeah.
to know that, like, obviously it's not his fault.
Yeah.
He didn't
No.
know.
Mm.
So. But he ain't looking the
Gonna do
best, so
the-
he might be a little problematic too.
Yeah. You do the Baldwin brothers.
Oh my gosh.
From West Slash. Because Haley's dad, Steven,
Oh, that's right, him too.
crazy.
I don't think I know anything about him.
And then they had another brother, Billy, who was hot as shit back in the 90s.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, they all got some. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know there was that many of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about Haley's dad. What was he? Was he an actor?
He was an actor too, yeah.
Oh, okay. He looks just like it's Alec, right?
Yeah, it's Alec.
What? He's not the one. Is he the one at Biodome?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I was wrong. Wow.
I didn't even know that.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the one.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Alex, I still love you.
But they all look so much alike.
They do. They do.
Yeah, Billy, which he looks crazy now, but he was hot back in the day.
Oh, I didn't know he was one of them. I knew he was a Baldwin, but I didn't know he was one of them. Because, he looks a little different.
Yeah. Yeah, like in Fair Game, oh my god, he was so hot. And Backdraft, woo! He was so
a
hot.
Gossip Girl, too. That's right.
Yeah, so the Baldwin brothers, we might have to do a West
Well,
Side
now I know.
someday.
Right, now I know exactly. Steve. It makes sense that Steven was crazy, because his craziness on Biodome, I love
Yeah.
that freaking movie.
We gotta do the brothers, because we got the Jonas brothers, the Hanson brothers, the Baldwin brothers, the Lawrence brothers. Like, there's so many threes that we can
We
do.
will.
I dated an older guy when I was in college, but, like, I was 21 and he was 28, so it wasn't a big difference, but I was still in college.
Right.
I'm young,
And he's
and
close
he
to
was
30.
like, I'm ready to buy a house and
Right.
settle down and get married, and I remember on my 20th, this is not the story, by the way,
Mhm.
but I remember on my 22nd birthday, he was like, if you go out, we're done. Excuse me, I'm 22. Like,
And it's your birthday.
and it's my birthday. And it was a Wednesday. It wasn't like
Right.
a Friday, Saturday. It was a Wednesday. Wednesday was like the day that we went out. So my birthday falling on a Wednesday, I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to go out.
Right.
And he was like, if you go out, we're done. And I was like, well, I guess we're done. So
Bye.
eventually I took him back a few months later. But then we had another stupid, like, if you do this, we're done. And I was like, I'm not playing this game with you
Right,
anymore.
not
Like,
to-
I'm
that's
22. Why are you still playing these games?
Right.
13 months after we broke up, he was married. 13 months.
The guy from the first story, he got remarried again, like, within, like, a year after. I think I was, like, his only little thing, and then he got married.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
why do you get married again?
Exactly. It was
And then they get divorced. And
that,
they get
yeah,
married
and
again.
he got divorced too. And that was like my introduction into older men because I didn't really date older.
Right.
And I was like, oh, in my mind, I'm thinking older men automatically want something like commitment.
Gotcha.
And I'm
gotcha.
not, well, I wasn't in my early 20s, not wanting to be tied down.
Right.
Like, no. So when I was 29, I was on Tinder. And I met a guy who was 38, 39.
Uh-huh.
So that was my first time dating someone again who there was an age gap, but like I was 29 at that time, so I thought
Right,
I could,
older.
you know, I'm handling it a little bit better. He had a kid, he was divorced, and I'd never met his kid, thankfully. But it was like that kind of situation where if his baby mama was like, we can work on this, he would run back. Like I felt that. I
yeah.
knew he would go back.
Yeah.
And he was a cool guy. We had fun. We would go to the bars, go out to eat. He took me to this really nice restaurant on my 29th birthday. He was like, get dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
I got reservations.
Mhm.
Like we had an adult night.
Mhm.
It was nice. So my birthday's in April. His birthday is in June. So in June, he had a party at his house and had a bunch of his friends, and I got to meet his friends. And I felt so out of place because I'm like
No.
29 and his friends are 40, 50 because he was
Yeah.
he was a firefighter. So
Okay.
a lot of his coworkers are there, like they're much older. And it just, I was like, I'm too young for this. Like, this is weird. But I was sick, so didn't really get to enjoy it. But I felt like I was a little standoffish because I didn't feel well. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't really get to mingle with his friends like I would have if I wasn't sick.
Right.
So the following week, he had planned a camping trip with his friends from that party. Like, oh yeah, we should go camping, and they actually like committed and did it. A
Wow.
week later,
You made it out of the bird shop.
right? And I was shocked. That whole week goes by, and I don't hear from him because he's camping out in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize at the time that they were going on that trip that week. I was just like, I haven't heard from him. That's weird.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
Oh.
I've heard of I heard
Right.
them
You didn't know
discussing it, but I
exactly.
didn't know they really were doing it. So I was like, I haven't heard from him. Okay. He comes back from the trip and he's like, oh, I was camping. And I was like, oh, and like I put the two together and I was like, oh, okay, that's why I hadn't heard from him. And I was like, I texted him and I was just like, oh, I didn't know that was this week. This motherfucker
Oh.
came back with, I didn't feel like I needed to tell you when it was. We're not in a relationship. I didn't say anything. I was just like, I didn't know that was this week. Like, he got so defensive.
Oh, he took it as a, oh, I didn't know it was that week kind of thing. Instead
Right.
of like checking to
Yes.
see, he could just,
He got so defensive. And I was
wonder
just
why.
like, okay,
what were you doing? Bro?
yeah. And then a couple hours later, he hits me with the, hey, I don't think I'm emotionally ready for a relationship. I'm sitting here like, what? Like, I've never said, you need to be my man.
Right.
I never said, what are we?
Right.
I never said anything. And it was just like, he got all of this. He thought all of this in his head
Instead of like talking to you
instead
about
of
it. Right.
talking to me
Mhm.
because I didn't know he was going camping for a
Because
week.
you literally didn't know. And he was like, oh, I didn't know.
Exactly. And I was just like, all right, bro, like, you gonna be an emotionally unavailable 40-year-old, okay? Because I ain't got time for this.
A conversation will get you real far, especially at 40, but...
Yeah, like, I just don't, I still don't understand how grown men can't just, I just ended something.
Right.
I let him know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this just isn't for me. And I get it with the, like, he still let me know. He didn't ghost me, but
Right.
it was like, bro, I never asked you for anything.
No.
I never asked you for a
You
relationship.
self-sabotaged it.
I never asked you why you didn't hit me up for a week.
You didn't even care.
Yeah,
You're just like, oh,
cool. You internalize that as, oh, she's upset and I don't know why because we're not together. I knew we weren't together and I was fine with that.
Right.
Men.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very much, man.
I have yet to find, obviously, a man, but an older man that, like, either wants commitment because it's like, when they're that old and they're still single, it's like,
Don't say that because I don't feel that way
men,
about myself.
men.
True.
They either didn't commit at all in their 20s and 30s and they're still trying to find themselves at 40.
Ooh.
Right. Or they were married and they just don't want to do that again. So it's hard to find a 40-year-old man
Right.
who still wants commitment. Because in my experience, it's my experience. Don't come for me.
Right.
Because
I don't normally date older, to be honest, so I don't.
And I'm trying to
I really
date
don't.
older.
Never
But
do. I would
I
not.
can't find it.
I don't.
Yeah.
I date younger. I mean, that doesn't work on either, but, you know, I've done my age, older, young.
I just can't find the older man that either still believes in relationships and
Yeah.
believes in love and believes in
Yeah.
that, or who just wasn't a playboy his entire life and now wants to settle
Right.
down. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, grow up.
But I like the way he wants it, exactly how he wants
Yeah.
it. Like, still, and like, still thinks he's got that
Yeah,
playboyness.
still in the playboy, yeah. But it's like, all right, well, I'm old now. Maybe I should settle down.
Right.
No, I want you to want to settle down,
Right.
first of all.
Yeah.
Not because you think it's what you should be doing, but like, what have you done to work on yourself? To
You
be
can't be a frat bro
Right.
at 45.
exactly. Because I've been
With that
spending,
frat bro mentality.
yeah,
And think.
I've been spending the last couple of years trying to
Because.
be the best version of myself.
Right. And women who either were in a marriage and didn't work out or stayed single worked on themselves. The last fucking thing they want to do is go through that shit all over again.
Mhm.
So, like, we understand you don't want to, but, like, women most certainly don't want to neither.
Yeah.
Like, not at all.
Yeah.
My favorite is when they'll get in, they'll be like their late 30s and they'll find someone. Oh, it's so specific, but like y'all understand. And then they both have like older kids and then they'll have a child together and then 3 years later it doesn't work. I'm like, so now you're like pushing 40 with a toddler. No, thank you.
That's gonna be me.
But it's gonna work. No, but that's what I'm saying. But she'll find someone though. He's cursed at that point. Ain't no one trying to do that again.
I deleted my Facebook dating again. I'm so over it. I'm just so over it. I had to delete the profile. I'm just so fucking tired.
I'm
Update.
now 2 for 2 with like I find someone that I woo about on the app and then we'll chat and then it just
It
goes.
just fizzles.
I'm like, oh, you're so stupid. And the last one pissed me off just because the way it happened. Ladies, do not say boo, tomato, tomato, tomato to dudes. They don't like it. That was the
Boo,
last
tomato,
words
tomato,
to both
tomato.
of them. But I mean, in the situation that I was in,
They deserve it.
they did. They did deserve it. And the one even admitted that he was like, oh, I'm so sorry for this and that and that. And I was like, boo, tomato, tomato. And then, like, never heard from him again. And I ain't chasing your ass.
No.
Bye.
No.
Because I can get
Chase.
right back on there and find someone just as good looking to woo over again for a week and it all blow up in my face. So.
Damn right. And I'm just done with that cycle right now. I
don't.
For my mental health, I know this is a dating podcast, and we need to actually date to have stories. I'm done.
Oh, I got more than enough stories. You ain't got to worry about that.
But I'm done right now. I cannot. Yeah. I physically cannot go on another date.
I didn't get to go on a date, so I want to. But then, like, after that happened, and I was like, you know, you gotta, no matter how little someone does you dirty, you're just like, I'm out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm never dating again. That's
how I
am. Right. I get it. But then I got sick, and then I'm like, I'm actually kind of glad I wasn't talking to him, because when I have anything going on, any kind of stress, any kind of car problem, any kind of sick, any kind of my kid sick, I never used to be this person, so I used to judge people, but I don't, like, I answer you know what I mean? But other than that, I don't answer anyone.
Yeah.
My kids, and you, like, literally no one else, I don't answer, I don't even look at my phone. I kind of wish I had an iPhone so I could put on Do Not Disturb so people could see. I don't want to be bothered.
Dude, my phone was on Do Not Disturb, and that motherfucker kept texting me, and it kept going through, and I'm like...
Yeah, I know there's some way to get
I'm so mad. I'm like, leave me alone!
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, when anything like that, like, I don't want to be bothered. And I was like, I don't want... And I would feel bad just not answering someone. Not like you feel like you need to answer someone, but... Because I would have been like... On a Tuesday, hey, I'm sick, and you wouldn't have heard me till a Sunday, and you're probably like, what?
Yeah.
But realistically, I was dead till Sunday.
Yep.
Here, I just, I'm mad at Kale. Can you imagine if there was a person? Yeah, I get that. I get that. That definitely would have, because she picked it up on her date the second time. So, yeah, no, I would definitely, and then the fact that he didn't get it, I would be like, I never want to speak to you again just because you didn't get it, because that's not fair. Yeah, I know. It's hard to talk about.
Yeah.
Anywho,
naughty or nice?
I think nice.
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice today.
What are we trying to change?
The naughty and nice date.
Give me something short. It's like reading in class, reading these things. I swear.
I think the nice ones are shorter.
Go. I got the laced one. And it says, go to the beach for the day, week, or weekend, which could end up in a breakup like mine did. Shop on the boardwalk, we did that. Lay on the beach, buy ice cream, build sandcastles, dig for hermit crabs, play beach ball, and go for a romantic walk along the water. We didn't do that. Maybe that's where we went wrong. Don't forget to go on rides at the fair and take silly pictures in the photo booth. That's super cute.
That is so cute.
I do like that. That is a good idea.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I was like 15, but I went to Myrtle Beach with my best friend and my mom, and we met some guys on the beach, and I remember we hung out with them like the whole time we were there, but the one that I was with took us out onto the water and like walked, and he kissed me, and I thought it was like the cutest little thing, like as a 15-year-old. I was like, this is my rom-com.
I forgot the craziest part about, oh my god, the first guy in the story. Our first date, he took me to a beach, but there were so many mosquitoes.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. We were like in this blanket together trying to stay away from the mosquitoes. I can't believe I forgot that. It's probably like the most important thing of it. Yeah. We like snuck onto it too, because you weren't allowed there after dark. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
After dark.
We had to sneak on there because you weren't allowed on there after dark. Can you imagine if we got caught, this old man with a 19-year-old?
Oh, yeah. At least you were legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot that.
So at least we're still in the same episode.
We had to go back to work, and we were scared. I think he ended up calling off because we were covered in mosquitoes.
Both of you.
Yes, exactly. I mean, like, on our face had mosquito bites. Like, I don't know why we even stayed there as long as we did. Probably should have went back to the car or something. Like, I remember having to count them, and there were so many of them. I had them on my face, and I'm pretty sure he had to call out because we had so many mosquito bites. Oh my god. So wear your mosquito repellent if you're going to go on the beach, apparently.
Especially after dark.
Right.
Spa day.
Oh.
Perhaps it's all the half-nakedness, but a couple's spa treatment is a fun date idea that will put you in a relaxed and sensual state of mind. Book a couple's massage, a hot stone massage, facials and exfoliation, or a mud bath for two. all of that relaxation and be sure to get the sparks flying when it's time to get out of there.
I would love to do a mud bath.
I would love that. I had a mud bath in Mexico, and because of the like texture and it feels so soft, it really does.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was bad. I was like, no. Oh,
no, it gets you excited. It gets you.
I can understand that. That sounds amazing. One little short story. I've never haven't dated an older man since. I was 31, 32. He was 52.
Wow, 20-year age gap.
Yes. 20 is 22. So what is... I was 31 and I think he might have been 53.
He was in his 50s.
Whatever the math was. Yeah. He was older than my parents at this point.
Oh, wow.
My parents had me young, but he was still a little older than them. I met him at a carnival. Right. We were sitting there. I was with my family, with my mom and my sister and the kids. My child was on the ride, and I guess his child was also on the ride as well. Same age, so maybe probably... Oh, he was old for that young of a kid. Oh well. But he was super hot, and I looked to see if he had any rings, because I was like, oh, like, I'm gonna hit on him, because even if he says no, whatever, like...
I need to take lessons from you. How are you hitting on people?
Well, he had struck up some kind of conversation with us.
So you just flirt back?
Yeah.
You kind of just...
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. And you could tell someone, I'm very much like... Even the people that can't, like, read energy, like, my body language can tell you exactly how I feel towards you. So, I don't get hit on much, but I make it known if I want to be. Or I'll just do it if I want to. Because what's the worst they're going to say? No?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Cool. I'm trying to be
They're never going to see you again. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a little more open, because I feel like I have resting bitch face all the time. So if I see someone, I'm trying to, like, hey.
That's another thing that I know I do too. So for anyone to say anything to me, even if like someone like compliments me for like the smallest thing, I get so happy and so nice about it, because I know that it takes a lot to say anything to me, because I look mean. And I'm tall, so I know that they were probably like...
Intimidating.
Yeah, right. So we were chatting, and I didn't see any rings, so I was gonna hit them, and then I don't know, I got caught up in my head. And I was like, no, we walked away, and I was like, go find out if he's single. Because I had talked myself in the head, there's no way that he was single. Mm-hmm. He was definitely older. But it didn't have a ring, but I was like, no, he's probably just not single. Which would have been easier to be rejected. I don't know why I just didn't do it. So, I made my sister do it. And
I love that you made your sister.
I did. I made her go back and ask if
I'm gonna make you do a lot of shit this summer, girl. Don't talk to that.
Oh, absolutely. I don't care. I'll do it for someone. Gave him my number. I think he texted me before the end of the night. So I was like, oh, yes, absolutely. Okay. We didn't go, I think we only went on maybe 3 dates. He took me to a real nice fancy, they didn't even have water. I had to drink sparkling water.
Yes. The older men will take you out.
He did. He told me exactly along the lines what to wear. Mm-hmm. And we did. He took me to the casino one of our dates, we went to Cheesecake Factory. I love Cheesecake Factory.
I love Cheesecake Factory.
But the whole purpose was to go to the casino. Mm-hmm. And he gave me $20, and I turned it to $225. Nice. Yeah, so I was so happy. It's like,
did he let you keep all of it?
He did.
Okay. Good.
And I was like, oh, that's the universe. Everything's a sign.
Yes.
So he was super cool. He actually was really cool, and I would have continued to talk to him until at some point... I asked my sister earlier, trying to piece it together, because some of it's kind of hazy, but my sister came here to watch my kids. I'm pretty sure my sister was outside, and him and her started chatting, and my sister's boyfriend was with them, and there was something wrong with my sister's car. So I wasn't there for the conversation, but I know the conversation was something along the lines of he was going to help in some kind of way. So my sister, and that was even before the first date. So we had been through 3 dates at this point. So most, it's been 3 weeks. Or at least, it's been at least 3 weeks. My sister was like, hey, can you reach out to him and find out when he can help? Mm-hmm. Again, I don't know how the conversation went, but she said when, so I'm assuming whenever he told her. She did say he offered to help. Because I know my sister's like I am, and we're very much we don't like asking for help.
Yeah, right.
And this is what. I'd rather just do it, get it done myself, because I hate relying on people. When I said something to him about asking when he could help her, he said something along the lines of, I was bossy. I was being demanding like his ex-wife. I remember exactly where I was when this happened. I was like looking for the camera. I was like, I'm being fine.
Right.
What? So when he said that, I was like, I don't know exactly what the conversation was between you and my sister, but I do know that you offered to help. So why did you offer to help if you were then going to turn around and make it a big deal when you actually had to step up and
help?
Do it. Get the help.
Yeah.
And then specify something about your ex-wife? I ain't never heard a thing about your ex-wife until now. I don't know where in his mind he thought this was going other than the end. Because I'm pretty sure that the first time he ever blocked, he should have my house and left me flowers outside my door. No. No. Nope, 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 nope. You offered to help, and then when it came time, not only did you make an excuse, you made it as if someone was demanding something from you. You offered to help!
And then to compare you to his ex.
Right! I'm like, what in the... It's like, I remember exactly where road I was driving down. Is where I was driving. I was like, this man's about to find out.
He fucked
He
around.
never fucked around with someone like me.
Out.
Yeah, absolutely. He literally came to my house and he left flowers. Actually, I think he knocked. This is what I had to teach. My child was small. He knocked on the door. My child answered the door. I'm in here taking a shower. My child comes and brings me flowers. I'm like, oh my, where did this even come from? So I'm like trying to figure out where it even come from. So I had to unblock him to be like, were you just at my house? And he, again, was just like, I guess I was his peace offering. And I was like, no. Because you went way over the edge.
Yeah.
And now I would never come to you and ask you for help.
Right.
And that's like,
Right.
what do I want of a man
Right.
if he's not going to be there for me when I need him? So they're done. The whole trust is gone at that point. And then I teach my child, don't ever answer the door again.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The audacity.
At 53 years old.
Yeah. You're demanding like my ex-wife because you offered.
Yeah. A conversation that I wasn't even being a part of. I'm just, being the middleman kind of thing.
That's
Ew. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
In your 50s.
Absolutely. I was like, that just went from like 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like your story.
It's like,
I don't know where he thought it was going to go. Like, did he ever think that I would ever speak? I guess maybe there's some woman out there that you can speak to like that, but he's lucky that I even kind of explained myself and didn't just block him. And the only reason I kind of explained myself because I was so mad that I was like, I hate asking for help. Like, I hate it. And this is exactly why.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people, why do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to help, say no.
Right.
I have no problem saying no.
Right.
Or probably not. I might be able to help you, but probably not. Like, even if you want to be nice about it, like, you will never catch me tell someone yes if I'm not going to do it.
I'm not going to do it. And I think the text gets in the way with older people because they like read it in some kind of,
Yeah.
and it's like you're reading into it
Right.
when it's not that
Right.
serious.
Yeah, he definitely read into it, but even in that case, you offered.
Yeah.
And like it
Yeah. And if there's a time when I don't feel like the tone coming through the text is appropriate,
oh yeah.
I'm gonna call you or something like, hey, what's going on?
Right.
What do you mean?
Did you mean it this way or
Right.
that way? Before I flip out.
I'm not exactly. I'm not just gonna flip out. And that's
Any context.
Yes. Because they automatically assume he compared you to his ex, and mine thought that I was being this demanding girl. Like, why didn't you text me, or why didn't you tell me you were going? Like, I didn't say shit. I didn't
Right.
make any.
No.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I guess it was some kind of freaking lesson I had to learn. Because I am,
It's
like,
always a lesson.
car troubles are such a thing to me.
Yeah.
So when he acted like that,
Yeah.
unless his answer was, I'll be there tomorrow, I was ready to fight at that point. Because, oh my God, like, I hate when people do things just to hold it over someone else's head.
Yeah.
Or, like, offer to, and then it's just weird. I guess people have problems saying
Quickest way
no.
to get you blocked.
Exactly. That blacklist. Whoa.
Yes, it is, girl. Yes, it is.
Yeah, don't make me feel like I'm a burden to you, because then I'll just never do it ever again.
Exactly. You make me feel like that. All right, bet. Like
Yep.
I said. we don't have to talk ever
No,
again.
absolutely. I don't know.
I don't need you.
Good luck. I mean, I'm sure he found someone because
This
he's
is-
very good looking.
This is literally why I say when I'm dating because I want to,
Yeah.
not because I need to. So if I make a connection, it's because I want to make a connection with you.
Mhm.
I don't need to make a connection with you. I don't need to be in a relationship. I don't need you.
But,
I want to be here.
right. And in that exact moment, I did need help. And you were like, Nat,
Yeah.
what you, ex-wife?
Yeah.
Ew. Ew. That's fine. Now I really don't feel like I can come to you.
And if
so.
you can't come to them, like you said,
Mhm.
what's the point of this?
Mhm. Okay, heathens. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our something, something, something. M-I-C. Is that the one? Yeah.
M-I-C-K-Y-M-I-C.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Daniverse on all social medias. And if you're extra nasty and still don't get enough, stick around with just a tip.
Hold on! You said just the tip.
There was one. And I think this is the only reason he even came to talk to me. I was so drunk, I literally put my glasses on.
What?
And so I think when he realized, he must have been looking, and he was like, "This chick done put on her glasses to see me." So
Even better.
yeah, exactly. So we knew, and he came over, and we started chatting.
That's so funny. That's a good tip there, ladies.
Yeah,
Put your glasses on.
straight up put your glasses on and check them out.